So the whole back piece here, I redid all this in acrylic. I didn't like the old teak that they had, even though I love teak, but I wanted to modernize it a little bit. And so I went ahead and put the acrylic in all of the, on top of all the lids. I changed this bait box out, and it's actually a live well. So you could use it as either a live well, or you can use it as a bait box if you wanted to, or a fish box. But generally right now, I've got it set up where it does have an aerator here, and then it'll pump water up from the outside water. And so you can put bait in here with that and turn that aerator on, and it'll just recirculate. We got 2 sinks. These are all external sinks right here. I've got all of the faucets. These 2 faucets, you can put a hose to them, and they will. You can use it to wash down if you wanted to. I don't have an exterior I don't have a wash down pump, so to speak, for its own separate wash down pump, but you can use these sinks, and the wash down pressure is fantastic. You'll notice that I've done a completely new flooring here. Everything was painted, but I did decide to put this vinyl flooring on. Everything is held in by snaps. It's all been cut. It looks fantastic. We've got the 2 different 65 quart coolers with the cushions on top, so you got a lot of space there for people to sit. The seat backs have the Whaler logos on them, and it kind of matches everything. All the upholstery is brand new. Whaler, this model did not come with side bolsters, so the combing pads, so I went ahead and made my own combing pad. I just love these when you're actually on the boat and you're landing a fish. You want something to rest yourself up against. Got some places for 3 rod holders. You can actually you might be able to put 3 over here on the right hand side or the starboard side. But really right now I've got a manual bilge pump on that side, so it'd be hard to put the three rod holders. So let's go ahead and come on in and kind of show you the view from the back. So all of this upholstery is all custom. You can see here we've got the custom Whaler logo, all LED lights. Everything in here is LED. This is a DC boat. I don't have any AC on this boat. I did not want to do AC on this boat whatsoever. I wanted it to be all DC. If you wanted to put an air conditioner or something like that in here, you could always put a converter or an inverter, and I think that would work fine. Down here, you've got 2 different spots that you can open up the back, and you can actually get to the rear bilge pretty easily. These seats also come off, so you can take the seats off and work on that bilge. There's 2 different tanks in this boat. There's a main tank, which is 177 gallons, and then there's a 27-gallon spare tank or reserve tank. These are all of the switches for that. So I've got instructions in the boat onto how this works, but this is for each engine. So you're going to want to, if you want to switch these, you just switch it to the main is starboard, and I believe the reserve is port. So you got to do that for each engine. As you'll see, you've got these seats that I had built. These are all aluminum seats, aluminum frame. They're not gonna rust. All the seats are great here for people who, if they want to sit in the back. You could probably get 4 people on these seats. And sitting in the back, it just makes them so comfortable. You've got 2 massive boxes down here. You've got this one here, and then this one over here on the port side. Just open those suckers up. You can, with those, you can drain those out. So if you wanted to put fish in there, or you want to put ice and fish, you could do that. They're either wet or dry storage. Both of them have drain plugs, 2 drain plugs in each one, so they're easy to drain out, which is one thing that Whaler's just fantastic about thinking about. And then here is the channel that I was talking about, right here. And you can see how that channel runs the entire length here, and that's where the water goes out over into that, and then it just drains right out. So nothing, don't have to use your bilge. I do, however, have a hand pump bilge. This goes all the way down into the bilge, and then over here you have a piece that you can put it over the edge of the boat and pump this out. I think it's however much you can pump, it'll pump. But there are 2 automatic bilges in the rear, and then 1 in the mid that work fantastic. So back over to the rear here, so you can see these rear hatches. I mean, these are huge. I mean, you can put some really big fish in there. You'll notice that you have 2 drains. One actually goes to the bilge, and one goes directly out. So if you want to just drain it to the outside water, go ahead and you can do that, or you can drain it both, and it's a little bit faster. I like to keep anything out of the bilge that I possibly can. Obviously these things just close like that. Next thing we'll go over, we do have downrigger, 2 downrigger pedestals. So if you want to use a downrigger, we have them set up. So you can just go ahead and buy whatever type of downrigger you want. I don't have it wired for the downriggers, but you can put wiring in there, and I do have switches. I have some spare switches that you can use. We've got 2 LED spreader lights with 2 spreader lights here. You've also got your nav lights up top. You got 4 rocket launchers that come off the top. You've got 1 rod holder here, another rod holder here, 2 in the back. So, and all of these rod holders, all of these are all original rod holders. All the trim and everything like that you see on here, with the exception of some of the newer stainless hinges, those are all original equipment. I like to keep as much as I possibly could original on here, but not the easiest thing to do when you're working with these boats. So here's the mid bilge. This here, I'll go ahead and open it up. So the mid bilge has got 1 bilge pump. You'll see here, you've also got all new saltwater pumps. You've got the freshwater pump. Those are for the sinks inside. You also have down here on the side, you've got a, that's the pump for the rear sinks. Down here, you have a transducer. It's a through-hole transducer. That is for the Garmin, 12-inch Garmin that I've got. And that's actually the upgraded transducer. So if you're offshore, you're going to be able to you'll be able to see down. I'll have to look and see exactly how much you can see down. So you've got all the toilet. The toilet comes from the outside. It's bringing water in. All of this is this is new, with the exception of maybe one of these hoses, which I believe is the toilet intake. Everything's new. We'll go over to the back of the seat. So here on the back of the seat, you actually have storage in here if you want. This is where all of the batteries come up through this, the hatch underneath this cooler. Goes over to one of the BEP modulators, voltage regulators. So you could put storage in here. I've also got a little thing here that you can you could slide in and out trays for your lures and things like that. I like having storage in here. Over here on the right hand side, you'll see, starboard side, you'll see the 8-inch Rockford Fosgate. I got them on both sides. Then we have another storage under the port seat. This is trash. And then you have a lot of storage down in here. So a lot of storage on this boat, which is nice. You can kind of see that in there. The water tanks, you got a 30-gallon freshwater tank, and that's underneath the port side. You can get to all that under here. You also have a 27-gallon you have a 27-gallon fuel tank under there. So we'll go up here. I'm going to look up here at the top. Everything was bought at Sailrite. You know their stuff is good. If you have ever, when you're doing upholstery work, Sailrite's probably one of the best companies you can buy when it comes to getting upholstery from them. Everything here is custom. I created this, so I didn't want any wires to be seen, so I did all the way around. I have snaps, so all the wiring and everything like that in the boat, you can't see it because a lot of this top was not pre-wired, so I had to do a lot of the wiring myself. There is a piece here if you want to put a box up there. I don't know why you would, because everything is